They called it a monster, a shadow that came for the living and left nothing but silence. Livestock found lifeless, drained of blood, eyes staring toward the heavens as if they'd seen the end of creation itself. The villagers gave it a name whispered only under moonlight: El Chupacabra, the goat-sucker. It wasn't supposed to exist, but in the dead fields of Puerto Rico in 1995, it did, and every dark corner since has remembered its footsteps. The stories began with slaughtered goats and chickens, each body untouched except for 2 puncture marks on the neck. No footprints, no struggle, just emptiness. Witnesses described a creature: reptilian skin, spines down its back, eyes like burning coals. Others swore it had fur, fangs, wings, or walked on 2 legs. Every witness saw something different, yet every description carried the same chill. It looked back. Some called it alien. Some said government experiment. Others, a spirit born of the island's forgotten gods. But every version agreed. The Chupacabra comes when the world stops believing in monsters. The skeptics had explanations: mange-ridden coyotes, diseased bats, hysteria, mass fear. But none could explain the bloodless corpses, or why entire regions fell silent after its passing. What if the Chupacabra wasn't an animal at all? What if it was an idea given teeth? Fear made flesh by the same hunger that once birthed gods. In the language of folklore, every belief feeds its creation. And the Chupacabra feasted on attention, on cameras, headlines, panic. A predator born from our obsession with proof. Long before 1995, there were whispers of a night feeder. The Maya spoke of Camazotz, the death bat, a god that drank blood in caves beneath the earth. In Mexico, the Tlahuelpuchi, a witch vampire who fed on infants. In the Caribbean, the Sukuyan, a skinless being that flew through keyholes. These were not separate monsters. They were chapters of the same hunger. Every culture gave it a new mask. The modern world simply renamed it Chupacabra. From Puerto Rico, it spread to Mexico, to Texas, to Chile, leaving fields littered with hollow bodies and rumors. TV crews chased it. Scientists mocked it. The people prayed. But something followed the cameras. Reports of military trucks, helicopters with no markings, men collecting samples under floodlights. If it was a hoax, why the silence afterward? Why did witnesses disappear? Because whether it's flesh or phantom, the Chupacabra is control. Fear that hunts both animals and truth. Every myth has anatomy. The Chupacabra's body is a collage of nightmares. Spines of a reptile, jaws of a wolf, eyes of a demon. But its true organ is absence. It doesn't eat. It empties. It leaves behind shells, memories, questions. It is entropy disguised as predator. The physical echo of humanity's fear of the unknown. We made it real by naming it. And once named, it could never truly die. Perhaps the Chupacabra is not hunting goats or cattle at all. Perhaps it hunts belief. It arrives when societies lose faith in their gods, when superstition collapses and science takes the throne. It fills the vacuum left behind. It says, if you won't worship the divine, you will fear the dark. The Chupacabra is modern myth made manifest, a warning that mystery, once denied, returns with fangs. It is the cry of the jungle, the blood debt of forgotten spirits. And when it looks at us, it sees the only species that ever dared to invent monsters and forget them. So what is the truth? A coyote, a curse, a secret experiment? Or simply our reflections staring back from the dark? Because the Chupacabra doesn't need to exist. It only needs us to believe it could. And that's enough to keep it alive. If you like this video, give us a like, share, and subscribe to Ancient Deities Dossier. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and Patreon for more exciting deities of ancient lore. This is Ancient Deities Dossier signing off. And as always, seekers of the arcane, stay curious, stay mythical.